Hello and welcome to today's video, and I'm gonna go through how you can actually prepare right now for patch 1.022 that's coming on the 24th, and this is going to be how you can prepare for the events, the pets, everything that is coming your way. So stay tuned for all that input and advice right after this. Hello guys, yes, smash a like, comment and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, and we're here in the game, and like I said, the new kind of notification has dropped in, kind of like the mail which we went over, but the nice info guides come out, and the thing is, I'm going to go through bits and bats in this and showcase in-game how you can prepare. So the first things we've got to go over is going to be actually the event. They're going over and showcasing this Trial of Beast event. So whatever this event is, when you're claiming these holiday artifacts and you're taking it on with other players, which is going to be fun, so we can do this on live stream, you're going to get all these milestones, right? So you're going to have to complete this together. So this is going to be hopefully a fun event, so we can see how that comes. But more importantly, we've got some new cool things. So a holiday city theme, which looks amazing, but we have no details on what that is right now. And I must admit, the new nameplates look amazing. These look beautiful right now. So definitely wait for these. You can imagine this part of the the nameplate and the city skin is most likely going to be in that gumball machine. And if you don't know what we're talking about, if you go over into your system mail, we've got it saved here in your patch 1.022 here. Obviously, we're going through all of these crazy patch notes, but the one thing that we want to talk about is when we're going into like more enjoyable events, because this is the dazzling rivalry which it's talking about, and this is obviously showcasing that city theme now, as well as the avatar frames and nameplates which we just showcased. But it's this festive ball machine. So basically what you need to do is do certain events in this. You'll get some tokens, you'll put them in the gumball machine, and guess what? You're going to be able to just simply roll it, right? And if you roll it enough, you're going to get hopefully the nameplate in one section, you'll get the avatar in the other section, and then you get the city skin in the other section, right? But we'll showcase all that all in game, so don't worry, you don't have to go too crazy about that, right? So if we go into a more bigger picture now, and just showcase again, this is showcasing some of the stuff going into it. But what we want to talk about next is actually, what you guys more likely want to know: the heroes, the artifacts, and the pet, right? Because if we go into our little notice board here, we do get a beautiful showcase here now of what Bertrand actually looks like, and we do obviously see him having magic, PvP, and skills. And I've got a really good feeling he's going to somehow 4 amazing skills that people are going to look forward to. While Toha being magic, garrison, and support, I think it's going to be more of a specialist role, honestly. So we're going to see how good he is, though. Obviously, we're going to have to wait for those skills to be revealed. But then this is the new artifact they were talking about, Mirage Orb. Plus we know those other epic artifacts are coming into the game. So you're probably wondering how you can prepare for that. And the easy one is pretty simple. Don't let your CP go to waste. So as you can see, I've already started charging it back up slowly now because I've done a little bit. But on the other day, on stream, we went through and I went all out and I used all 90 pots I had left over. And it's allowed me to go all the way crazy and get, again, 9.5k Arcane Dust. Remember, Arcane Dust does not reset anymore at the end of the season, meaning you can start stacking this up for these brand new epics and legendary artifacts coming in. And guess what? You're going to be able to, if they're good, level them up straight away and start upgrading, right? So prepare now easily, nice and easy tip for you there, as well as the war pets, right? So we know if we go back again into this nice little notice board and go all the way down to the bottom part, we have the Shadow Phaedric here and the Brune Bear. So we get a nice little better 3D image of him. And you're probably wondering how you can prepare for these guys. So we don't obviously know what types of pets they are. We can assume maybe the Brune pet being another tank-based pet, which is great. But then maybe the Shadow Phaedric could be a magic pet, or it could be a physical pet. We honestly don't know. We can assume that it might be a more magic-based pet from just controversy, right? But if we're trying to do stuff and prepare correctly, what I would be doing straight away, as you can imagine, is getting your policies up. So what that means is going into obviously your policy tree here and try as hard as you can, guys, and get this warrant capacity upgraded. Because if you're in Season 2 Plus, beginning of the season or so forth, you might get access to patch 1.022, and that might mean you might get access to all of these new pets, right, as well. But if you're going into a newer season, like the T1 season, like myself and everyone else, you're going to get access to all of this new stuff anyway, right? So you're going to have to prepare, and the best way to prepare is obviously trying to get these warrants up. When you're in the new season, obviously this is going to reset, so it's not going to matter as much. So you're probably wondering, how else could you be preparing? And the simple way is obviously pet skills. So as you're going to see now, I have been farming pet skills, and I'm trying to sell as much as I can, which are not worthy of the slots. But basically, you can see we are gaining these 1-star talents as much as we can. Doesn't matter what type of talents, you know, we're just seeing what it is, because we don't know what the pets are. So if you really, really want some good advice on the pets, farm skills, farm the stuff that you know you're going to need. So maybe your wild counter strikes and your counter strike skills get ready up, right? Get your chain strikes rocking, right? Get your beast marks maybe checking out, you know what I'm saying? Get your resonance up, get all these big ones that you need, get them ready, because this might be the pet that you want to invest into, because it might be better for your marchers, right? So that's a really good tip for you guys there, right? But we've got a really, really cool tip that one of the viewers actually found out. And I know I was going to shout out his name, but honestly, I can't find the name anymore. But I believe it's Killer something. So Killer, shout out to you. But a lot of people might know this or not have checked this. But if you go into the event calendar, this is a really cool one. If you go in, you can actually scroll down and see these new events, right? But the cool one is when you go into these chest of charms and the college credits, and this is going on during potentially obviously this new event as well, because the patch comes out on the 24th, this starts on the 23rd, right? Which is really cool because it's on my birthday. But the chest of charms, when you click on it, or a college credit, it's like complete quest to gain keys. But when you click on these keys yourself, it's really important because it grants you a buff that reduces your resource cost of construction, research, and training. So you're going to be able to reduce all of your future, production. So if you have potentially, like me, a research low, like 27 days, 20 days that you can possibly finish, this might be the time you might want to finish it and then get your research buff on, get everything ready, hit this research reduction cost, and then hit one of your bigger ones to get that research timer even lower than it currently is, right? So that's a really big shout out to, again, the community for finding that out. And again, that's in the event calendar. If you want to check that out, just go and check out these 2 new ones, hit the key, and you can see yourself right there what's available to you, right? So there's some of the biggest things that you can prepare right now for patch 1.022. So get your policies cooking, because you might be able to, in mid-season, get these pets on, take advantage of some of the stuff, as well as if you are looking for, your artifacts, start grinding those artifacts, guys. You can't let those artifacts grind, right? But the next thing what we are going to talk a bit more about is the actual heroes, right? So we've already showcased what these beautiful heroes look like. So these heroes look great. And the thing is, how can you prepare for them? So we know Call of Dragons and Bertrand's going to be on the lucky wheel. So what you need to do, as you guys can imagine, is if you haven't spent your lucky wheel spin tokens or tickets, shall I say, this is the time, right? This is going to be your time. You've been waiting all this time for your mage heroes, so you might have stacked over 100 by now, right? And you could have got this guy maxed out on day 1, or not maxed out, but, at least like maybe 5-5-1-1 potentially, depending on your luck. So it's going to be a really cool one. With your Toha, though, this is obviously the strongest Lord one. And like I said, this I feel like is going to be more of a specialist type of hero. I don't think a lot of people might go for this, but we don't know again. We don't know until his skills come out, and I could be completely wrong. But in my opinion, I wouldn't go for him unless you unlock him on the Wheel of Destiny, and then it's all good, maybe. Then you can invest into him to maybe like a 5-1-1-1. Who knows? We're going to see. But yeah, I wouldn't really trust it right now just because he is a garrison-based hero, and to be honest, I don't think garrison-based heroes are made for free-to-play players, if I'm honest with you. But we're here, right? We're here with you. So that's the best way you can honestly prepare for, honestly, this patch, right? We've gone over the nameplates, we've gone over the city that's going to be included in the events that showcase, obviously, this new trial event as well. And to be honest, there's going to be a bunch more stuff coming into the patch, right? As we know, there's so much getting added in. It's kind of crazy, but like I said, we're going to look into it more, obviously, with the changes into like gathering talents, the new recommendations and stuff like that, and even all of this just craziness they've added in, like the simple mode and so forth, right? So if you've enjoyed today's video on how you can prepare on some of these issues on patch 1.022 with your war pets, your heroes, your artifacts, and the events, and even your development of training, construction, and research with that cute, amazing event, guide there, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. What you're doing, we're over 5,000 guys, and you know what we need to do now? We are growing. We need to double up. We know what it is. We're aiming for the big 10,000. So let's see if we can hit 10,000 subs in the next year and make it an amazing year, because honestly, this first one has been a blast, and you guys have made it an enjoyable experience. So honestly, till the next time, stay safe, stay sneaky, guys.